All right. I feel the need to talk about these locking tuners. A couple of you mentioned, you only have to pull them straight through and lock it down. You don't have to do the windings. Yes, I know that. In this part of this video here, this is Roger working on that Leo James uh, kit guitar, and he's a first time builder. And what you're watching right here, right now, is me showing how you uh, put strings on if it was not a locking tuner. I did neglected to mention that in the video. So I know that this is probably not a proper way to put strings on a locking tuner. Not saying you can't do it this way. There's nothing wrong with doing it this way. But a couple of you out there mentioned about a guitar playing out of tune because too many windings on a post and all that stuff. I find that uh, not so. I have owned over 100 Strats in my day, and that's no kidding. I've had 100 plus Strats, and that includes USA made Strats, Japan made Strats, off brand Strats, Squire Strats, you name it, I've owned them. And all of them until recent all had tremolos on them. And I have never had one of them, not one of them, play out of tune. Even back in my day when I was using the tremolo bar a lot. And if you do a proper string up and stretch your strings and all that stuff, it's not going to happen. And I never had a problem of the strings so-called loosening up on me and going out of tune. Never. And maybe I've been lucky all these years. I don't know. And I've been playing. I started playing guitar at 9 years old. People, I'm 72 years old now. I think I know a thing or two about stringing up guitars. So again, this was to help Roger learn how to string up a guitar if it was non-locking tuners. Now, again, you can pull your string taut, lock it down, and tune it. You can do that. I don't like to do that. Here are Here's one reason why I don't like to do that. Say, for instance, you want to work on a Stratocaster. You don't want to change the strings. If you pull your string through taut and lock it down, you're not going to have enough room to unwind that string to get the pick guard out. And same thing if you're using humbuckers. If you taunt your strings and you want to change your humbuckers or work on a humbucker or whatever, you're not going to have enough room to pull that out. You have to pull the string. So what happens after you pull the string? Well, chances are you're going to have to put new strings on that guitar. Because once you lock it down, it puts a divot in the string, and and each divot you put in a string makes it that much weaker. It makes it prone to break. I had a Stratocaster one time that had locking tuners on it, and they were not cheap tuners now, and I could not keep them locks locked on that guitar to save me. I would, back that day, I was doing what you guys say. I was pulling my strings through taut, and I lock them down. It seemed to play fine at the house, but as soon as I got out, and I was playing on stage, And lo and behold, one of the tuners unlocked on me. The string popped loose, and I could never get them locks to stay locked on that guitar. So that was the day that I started winding, putting the windings back on the posts, and that seemed to help. It still didn't help the tuner staying locked, but at least my string didn't pop off. And so those are some things to think about. Um, Now, when we go to rebuild this guitar for the last time, I will show Roger another way to string this guitar up, and it will be with one winding around the pole, and that's my preference. When it comes to making guitars, it's always builder preference, and I call it builder preference experience. and and again, I do understand that you can pull them through, lock them down, tune it. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. You can do that. I don't care. And doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just I don't prefer to do it that way. Uh, so I hope you understand that. This again, this is just a real short video rant, whatever we want to call it, about locking tuners. That I do understand what a locking tuner does and don't do. And I've installed hundreds of them on guitars, and I always leave it up to the player how he wants it strung up. I don't assume anything. I just, but if it's me doing a guitar for myself, or like I'm trying to show Roger here to teach him about guitar making and changing strings, how to do a truss rod, all that stuff, um, I have my ways of doing it, and it's always worked for me, still working for me. Um, again, before you guys fire off on me, just realize that this is not a tutorial. This is a video showing you all out there how I do things. It's me showing Roger how I do things, and he'll grow from that. He'll have his own experiences with guitars in the future, just like all of us do. And it's not easy for me to teach somebody, but I do try to have patience with them and show them step by step, little by little, to get them there. And then after gets a few guitars under his belt, he'll come up with his own ways of doing things, and that's fine. Um, just like all of you out there who make guitars, we all don't do everything exactly the same way, and what a boring world it would be if we did everything exactly the same way. And I have my experiences with tuners. I do a lot of alternate tuning. Um, you name it, I've done it with guitars. Um, I was working on guitars long before I started building guitars. Um, and it just seems like this locking tuner thing is a touchy subject with some of you out there. And, well, anyway, that's it on this video. I hope this helped clarify what's going on with the locking tuners. Um, Again, I do understand what they're for. I do understand how you use them. And again, it's always going to be guitarist or builder's preference on how they do things. And what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me. And all that stuff. Um, So please be kind in the comments and understand that I know what I'm doing. I really do. I didn't start this yesterday. So, anyway, be at peace, and I'll be talking at you.